FNG shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We slide. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up.
Into, I don't know what to say, two financially gifted, intellectually, knowledgeable. I don't know what words to say for these two, but they're real terrific, man, and real good people. Allow me to introduce the some and present the others, Gianne and Brett Saunders. How y'all doing today?
Great. I actually have to correct you on that one.
Okay, yeah, I always say that.
We just got engaged, and it's his last name is Pipkin. So we're the Pipkin, the
Say
Pipkin family. Gianne and Brett Pipkin.
My bad. No, I didn't mean to give you
Some
some people take the name.
That's
You don't
okay.
take your wife's name.
Yeah. Not in this case, okay? So, yeah, we Pipkins over here.
Thank you so much for having us on
Not
your
a
show.
problem. Not
we
a problem.
appreciate it. We are more grateful, and we are more thankful than us being on your show, because again, the teacher always gets the most when he's teaching. So we appreciate this. So we're excited. So
no doubt.
We're excited to chop it up today with you too.
There it is. And we've been trying to do this for a while, but is what they say is greater later. So I appreciate y'all coming today.
Thank you.
And being on my show today.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Go ladies first. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to them and explain to them who you are?
Absolutely. So my name is Gian Saunders. For now. I am from Nebraska. Yes, there are black people in Nebraska. And I grew up in a very large family, and they had a lot of opinions. And guys, I'll just be very honest. A lot of people's opinions are not facts. They are opinions. And I was grown up. I heard a lot of these sayings, and I'm sure you guys can agree. A lot of these things where money doesn't grow on trees, right? Money is the root of all evil, right? Wealthy people. It wasn't really told to me, but it was kind of people kind of insisted that wealthy people were greedy or bad, right? So I grew up with all of those sayings, and I actually thought they were truths. So as I got older, I realized very quickly that money is very important. Okay. I want to say everything, but it buys everything, right? Right? We need love and family, but at the same time, you can't do anything without money. So, and then coming from Nebraska, where rent was only $480, you can't find a Harry Potter closet out here for $480 in San Diego. So I realized very quickly you need to know money. So I was 26 when I first moved out to San Diego. I recently went through a divorce, so I was divorced. I was single. I got into the promotion industry, and I'll just be so frank with you guys. It was so much fun for a while. I got to party and drink and not have to wait in lines for free. And I got paid for it too. So, but also I'm so thankful because God showed me exactly what I don't want in my life. And it kind of hit the slap in my face that helped me realize, dang, these people are 38, 39, 42 out here still partying, spending their money. And I mean, thousands of dollars
Sound like
a
you're talking
night.
about me.
I hope not anymore. Well, I'm glad we're on your show, right? No, but thousands of dollars a night. And then I find out their priorities are all just all messed up. I'm thinking they're single. They have kids at home. They don't have retirement. They live with their mom. But again, priorities. So I realized I just really wanted to learn finances for myself. I ran my own business before. I I do special effects makeup and body paint. But yes, and I'm talented and I'm great at what I do. However, I didn't want to be a talented starving artist. So I had to learn money quickly. So I'm so thankful. I actually got involved in an industry, financial industry, by one of my great friends, Daisy. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And I'm just so blessed because it showed me a financial light. It showed me a light that I didn't know. It had me kind of unlearn everything I was taught and relearn everything. It made me challenge my beliefs, and I'm so thankful. So that's one big tip right there. I would suggest everyone. I'm not saying challenge everybody and challenge everything, but why not? In a respectful way. Why don't you challenge your beliefs? Why don't you challenge what you've been taught?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like someone told me it's for the love of money. The love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's true. Money is not the root of all evil. Yeah, money is not. So what we've been taught was money is evil.
Right.
That's not the case. It's for the love of money. So,
what you will do for it.
Exactly. So I'm going to be wealthy so I can make sure I own money. I'm going to be wealthy so I can make sure I give back to my family and friends. And we're going to make sure that we create generational wealth. And I'm excited to be in business with my husband, soon-to-be husband.
Hello.
And that's exciting. So it's great to have somebody that has goals, visions, and dreams just like you.
That's right. You can't be unequally yoked.
That part. You ever heard two lovebirds aimed at the same goal or unstoppable?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, now you go ahead and do your spiel, Brett.
Yes, sir. That's it, my
yeah,
love?
Please, my darling.
She's a great one, y'all. So at the same time, my name is Brett Pipkin. I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana. Come a long way, country boy. Yes, sir. Made my way out here around 2004, most likely. Well, it was definitely L.A. Did my schooling there and everything. Went to school for audio engineering. Dropped out of the regular life because I didn't want to have a boss. I never did, and I always knew I was going to be something special, and just didn't know where to set my feet. It's coming from a place like that. You have so many talents and so many things you can do, but at the same time, I jumped in. I had a chef background as well, so I was cooking. And I was in the kitchen. I had a managerial position, but guess what? I still wasn't happy. Now I'm looking for something else. And guess what? When you really not looking for a boss, you go to Uber, a Lyft. I think that's like when people hit rock bottom, and that's when I felt like I was kind of at that point. And so my cousin actually hit me up with the opportunity to become a truck driver. So guess what I did? I became a truck driver. And funny story is, I crashed my truck. It's not that funny, but at the same time, it all happened over a bee sting, y'all.
18-wheeler?
This was actually a box truck. It's big enough. If people know the Hino trucks,
yeah,
it's pretty big enough. So at the same time, so I got stung by this bee, and I lost control of my. I'm trying to look. I almost died. Okay, I never got stung, and especially when you get stung while you're driving, and that's a whole different situation. Okay, so I'm got my whole thing going on. I'm in a ditch, like trying to kill a bee off. Switch back in the streets, lose control of the wheel. You know what I mean? But like Lord, take the wheel, okay? And He always had my back.
That's right.
Now as this happens, I'm looking at myself as I survive, and I know it's a bigger thing that God has for me, and not knowing what that was, I'm having to go back to a regular life now as far as going to work for somebody. I'm like, I don't want this. This is the last thing I wanted. And I switched into, I got back into the kitchen. And I quit within my first week, and then I coming into an opportunity, reaching out, trying to get my life together as far as credit-wise. Met a creditor, and he gave me an opportunity to become a part of a beautiful business, and which is what I'm doing now. And it allowed me to be a beacon in my community now and help those people do the same thing. And man, it's a beautiful life that I'm living right now, especially meeting someone so wonderful. And there's so much more that you'll be hearing from us, but it's just when you're not looking for something is when things really happen for you, though. And that really touched me in a real way. So yeah, that's basically what that is.
And I like that y'all do it together. A team. Teamwork make the dream work. So, but explain. Let's just get into it.
Yes.
Look, I'm a novice. I don't have 700, 800 credit scores, if that even exists. Explain it to me. Yeah. How y'all could help someone like me with my finances, with setting up generational wealth, getting away from those generational curses that we were taught, we weren't taught about money. The ones that had money in my life had money, made it fast, spent it faster.
Right.
Right. And when I was doing certain things, that's how I was too. I didn't live for tomorrow. I lived for today. We live till we die. That was our motto.
YOLO.
YOLO.
So,
yeah, that's the term.
Right.
YOLO.
So explain a couple points. Explain a couple things that could help someone like me. I know first you gotta know what type of situation I'm in financially. That's number one. So you're gonna have to. I would have to open up and not be shy about whatever I got going on in my bank account.
That's actually that's a great point. Let's start there. So many individuals don't open up and share their situation. And I respect that. I understand it. However, no one can help you if you don't share what's going on or what's wrong. Period. I don't care if you're obese. I don't care if you're in a crappy marriage. I don't care if you're in a terrible relationship. It does not matter. If no one knows about it, no one can help you. Right. So there's one thing there. And I come from a family again. My grandmother had 10 children. We're very typical African-American family where they don't speak to anybody else about their problems. So and you know what? Hey, I'll open that up to everyone. There's a lot of families out there, no matter the race, that they keep everything in. That's a family issue. That's a family problem.
Generational problem.
Well, let me just say this. What is the definition of insanity?
We're doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
So that right there. So if you want to listen to, I don't know, your mother or your father or your brother or your cousin or your sister or your aunt who's not in a financial industry or who's not a marriage counselor or who's not a doctor, you're going to get advice of somebody who's not in that profession.
Right.
If they're not living that lifestyle you want, why are you even asking them for help?
Right.
I'm not going to ask a fat workout guy to help me get my stomach in shape. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm going to look for somebody who has a six pack and they're ripped. So Brett, I'll toss that to you. Yeah. What is something like, because Brett got in the business after me. I've been in the business about almost 5 years now. Right. Okay. Brett's been in the business
since March of last year.
So so he had to learn very quickly, a lot of things very quickly. So since you're a little bit newer, what would you say is something that you wish you would have learned?
Was something I wish I would have learned.
I mean, now that you're in the business, but
growing up is this, man. If I had this education when I was coming up, I would have done better, way better. And if my parents knew, she would have done better. You know what I mean? If she knew better, she would have done better. So, and that's just my mom. She was a single mother. She did everything that she could, period. And she succeeded. I'm here now. I'm doing great. She's doing great. But this the education, and I feel is very important. If they had this in school as well, this would be something that I would have been on top of, but they didn't. So.
Yeah, I actually have a couple buddies now. They teach financial literacy in the schools and stuff. Good. So we're trying to make a difference, and that's what it's about. Trying to make a difference. Can you explain some of the things y'all help folks with? What do y'all offer them? Because somebody may want to reach out to y'all or get in touch with y'all after hearing this or seeing this. Explain some of the things y'all actually do.
Well, one of the main things that we do is we sit down and, like you said, you have to actually hear the person's financial situation before making an assessment. So one major thing we do is listen. Everybody has 2 ears and one mouth. We're supposed to listen twice as much as we speak, right? So when we ask a question, we actually are there to listen to our families. We don't even call our families, we help clients, because they're not clients. We're not selling to them. We're in their life with them.
That's right.
For their entire life. We're going to build a great relationship. We're going to make sure you trust us, you love us, and we're going to be with you, because financial services isn't a one-time transaction. So I think one of the biggest things we do is listen, and then we offer, and we do this all for free. So let me just back up and say everything we do for free. When we sit down with families, we don't charge. I think another reason why people get so scared to sit down with a financial planner or advisor, they charge you. They charge you just to figure out if that's even something you might want to do.
Or if you don't have
the
$250,000 just like laying around.
Right. And most people don't even look at you if you don't have enough money to mess around or play around. So one thing we do is we sit down with the underserved community. And that's anybody who makes, and to be honest, that's anybody who makes $250,000 or less. That is the underserved community. That's poverty in California, right?
Oh yeah.
If you make $250,000 or less, you're in poverty.
That's just sad to hear that, though. I mean, because other places, it's not like California.
No.
But, it is. There's no other place like California either, especially, San Diego is beautiful.
So beautiful. Yeah. And everything is close out here. I really like that. Shout out to San Diego.
And expensive.
And expensive.
And expensive.
But I was just going to say, do you guys actually know how much you need to retire in California? Wild guess.
Anyone?
Yeah, approximately.
Anyone?
Approximately.
Anyone?
Man.
I'll say to retire, probably about $500,000.
So let's say if you're 35 and under,
35
and you're
and
about
under.
to retire at age 65, the retirement is about $2.1 million.
Well,
I'm gonna have troubles. Hope things change for a brother.
1.2 if you're not in California, but 2.2.
yeah.
And honestly,
2.2,
the way the
yeah.
world is going right now, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 million. So,
That's just ridiculous.
things are only going up.
so I mean, number 2, just to bounce on what you said, education. So we listen, but then we also offer education.
Okay.
We offer based on your financial situation, what you have or don't have, what your goals are, what you want out of life. We'll offer you products, services. We'll offer you a plan. We'll help you set that up so that you can figure out the next steps, or at least there are steps to take.
That's right.
Big. Yeah.
What other steps you got? You number 2. So education.
Listen,
you got to listen.
knowledge.
Education. Get that knowledge.
One major thing we teach is save.
Yeah. Save.
Ooh.
Big up. Yeah.
Save your money.
Now, not just any savings, because we know shoebox money doesn't give us any interest of such.
Right.
Very true.
It
Just
grows with
sits there.
cobwebs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Joe. Your money doesn't grow anything if you put it in the shoebox or the bed, but cobwebs, right? So,
right.
I mean, I would say don't put your money into a savings account, but save. The fact that you're saving something is important, but you should probably put that money in an account where you're not going to touch it.
Right.
Because what is a savings but a
Just
glorified
another account.
checking?
Right.
It's a glorified checking account. Yeah. So as soon as you don't have $40 in your checking account, where do you go?
Yeah, I'm
Dig right into it.
Right into your savings. So unfortunately, a lot of individuals, we're a consumer nation right now. Like we are focused on consumerism. All we do is buy. And it's crazy. I'll ask another question. We just found this out. There's a little video called The Story of Stuff. It's like a 20-minute video, but I just found this out. Guess what percentage of things that we use after 6 months after we buy them? Guess the percentage of the things that we use. Like after you buy them, 6 months after you bought something, how much do people use it?
It's probably about 20%, if that.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 1%. That's insane. So that means we just buy stuff.
Just buying
just
things.
to buy it. So how about save? Eat out less, right? Eat out less. Make another source of passive income. There's so many things. Read some books.
Y'all learning me right now. Y'all, it's stuff I need to know. That's you see, I'm in it.
That's it.
I'm in every word.
And just have diversify, man. If people don't know what that is, diversify your bonds. Even Dave Chappelle made a little joke about that. I didn't know about that when the Dave Chappelle show first came. It was diversify your bonds, your funds. I'm like, what does
Diversify
that
your
mean?
funds,
yeah, and I'm like, yeah. So you got different portfolios of things, and we'll go over some of the things that we do.
Portfolios.
We do offer. So.
Some people don't even know what a diverse portfolio is.
Hello, I'm one.
Okay,
But
I'm
see,
one.
this is
The
why we're
language.
so passionate about doing what we do. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get in this business to be a financial expert. I hate math. I'm not a big numbers person unless we're counting dollars, right? But I realized you have to know money to earn and have and invest and save and grow it the proper way. My mom was excellent. So was your mom. She was great with money.
Yes.
My mom definitely never went out. She never partied. She didn't drink. She didn't smoke. She saved her money, but guess what? Her money didn't work hard for her. And that killed me after I watched her work so hard, working 3 jobs, and then she had nothing to show for it when she's in her 50s. That's disrespectful. And you guys are literally setting yourself up for future disrespect on yourself unless you save for tomorrow.
That's hard to do. I can't lie about it.
It's hard if you make it hard. It's not hard. And I'll call BS on that because it's not hard. I'm sorry. You go out to eat. Oh, okay. I'm not attacking you.
No.
Right?
This is
we
a
get
lot
new
of
phones,
people. Yeah, this is
right?
a lot of people.
And this is questions you can ask people. Hey, when's the last time you upgraded your car? When's the last time you've upgraded your phone? when's the last time you've upgraded your glasses or your haircut or your purse or your bag or your shoes? Okay, well, when's the last time you've upgraded your financial portfolio?
How about your retirement?
Any of that. Now, who looks at their stuff anymore? Right? They're scared to. I had Stacia. I'm sorry for saying your name. Sorry, I love you. Anyway, one of my good friends. Hopefully you're not watching. But one of my good friends. We don't know what state she's in. So one of my good friends just texted me and she said, I'm sorry I canceled on you. I did not want to look at my financial situation because I was so scared because I know I'm broke.
Yeah, I could see that though. Being scared and, you don't want to be embarrassed. That's the main thing. So you can't, if you want to do this, you can't be embarrassed by what you got going on because, the folks y'all here to help people like me.
Sorry.
That's like going to the doctor and be like, oh, doctor, I'm embarrassed to drop my trousers. I don't care. You're here, right? Like, you have to suck it up. Fear is just an excuse, right? Like, we have to stop being fearful so that we can step into a better situation.
It's like I've never been to an AA meeting, but at the same time, you have to admit you have a problem.
Right.
You have to admit it first in order for us to help you out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get right out.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
So,
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that would be my point. But on my part, we'll be talking about my, I ain't going to put it all on the air about what a brother got and what a brother don't got.
We'll talk about that all.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offset. Yeah, I wanted to change it up real quick because there was something I saw, and being a brother with locks on his head, what made you cut your locks off, man?
Man, so I had, you know what? This is a big thing.
Tight too.
This was a big thing, and I had them. I'm such a free spirit, and like I say, I didn't want to work for the man, so it was just like me just being me, and I was doing music, I was doing all type of things, and it was just like that was the feel, that was just the freedom in me, and then it came to a point where it's like I look good either way, so just stepping into a game like this, it's not like it's a certain look that you have to have, but there are certain clients that you work with that would not be working with you because of how you look. Unfortunately.
Right?
Now that it was, man, because I was not very coachable coming through because I was fighting that sense, that dude, like this is me. This is my hair, but my hair is not me. Right. It wasn't me. I can still do this without that. You know what I mean? And I got them in the bag, so don't even try. Look, I still got them in the bag. Too. Yeah, so yeah,
I still got some old ones too.
Yeah,
but did these change a little bit when you cut them?
You know what? I felt aerodynamic. That was all that went on. But the things have changed as far as me. People just receiving more of me, and are the people that I talk to now are like not the same people that I was talking to before. Yeah. It gravitates differently. So
right,
yeah, it just hit different.
Okay, yeah, I had to ask about that.
No, please do. Yeah,
I seen that. I said, wait a minute, my man had some locks on his head.
Yeah, so that was like, all of that energy was just pushed to the side. I had to start a new realm, a new life, and that was just me. It definitely wasn't easy. But it's
somebody that has dreadlocks to cut them off.
Yo, my barber, shout out to Freshly Faded. My barber over there, they played Lion King music the whole time. Lighting incense too, man. They gave me a whole little mural, little setup.
I love it.
And everything. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I want to talk about investments.
Absolutely.
What would you like? I messed around with cryptocurrency, a little bit of Bitcoin. Okay. What's your thoughts on that right now? Because cryptocurrency is going big right now. A lot of people are investing now. A lot of people just got that good old stimulus, and they waiting on that too.
Well, we'll talk about the stimulus in a bit too. With cryptocurrency and investing when it comes to like Bitcoin, that's not our forte. That is not what we do. That's not our forte. So I'm going to be honest. We don't give advice on that. Is it a bad thing? I'm not going to say it's a bad thing because any investment was made to be an investment, right? So there's no bad investments. You just need to know how to use them correctly.
Right.
Like when people say 401ks are terrible, that's not the case either. It's like we just need to know how to use it. It's an account. Checking accounts and banks are bad. That's silly. It's a silly thing to say. Like they all have their
Your purpose.
Exactly. They have their purpose. We just need to know how to use them. So again, that goes back to diverse portfolio. I think you should have stocks. I think you should have bonds. I think you should have investment grade life insurance. I think you should have CDs. I think you should have gold. I think you should have I think you should have it all. But also we need to figure out, again, that goes back to, what do you need? What do you want? What does your family need? And that all is situational. So for someone literally just jumping, if they want to go start off investing, jumping into stocks, jumping into Bitcoin, jumping into all these things they don't really know, that's like me going up against LeBron James. Yeah, okay, guys? First of all, I have weak ankles, okay? Everybody that knows me knows, okay, haha, right? I have weak ankles. I'm terrible on the court. I will lie to you all day and say I'm bomb at it, but I'm terrible at basketball. So why would I go up against LeBron James? That makes no sense. But that's what average individuals are doing when they just jump into the stock market, when they jump into Bitcoin. Have somebody help you. Have somebody teach you, show you the ropes. You might have to pay or invest for it. Okay, so it's called investing in yourself. And we keep it real. So I'm like, when we talk to our families, we ask, like, do we have permission to speak to you like someone we would in our family?
Because we're family here.
Because we are all
we
family.
Are family.
If we want to grow together, I'm not going to beat around a bush and say, oh, yeah, no. I'm going to let you know how it is. So, like, if you are just jumping into stocks, why don't you invest in something that's guaranteed? We work with guaranteed accounts. We work with indexed accounts. That's our forte.
Index accounts.
Yes. So Warren Buffett, and guys, please Google this. Warren Buffett, and anything we ever say in the future, don't take our word for it. Go look it up for yourself. Do your own research. Call us, right? Yeah. Or read for yourself. Yeah. But Warren Buffett said, and he's one of the wealthiest men alive from Nebraska.
Shout out.
402. Okay. But Warren Buffett said, if you're ever going to invest in any type of market, invest in an index account, because you never lose out on your investment. And I don't know about you guys. I know Brett likes to gamble sometimes.
I've learned my lessons.
I've learned. Betting? Caliente? Don't give me. Yeah, let's not.
Right See, now. I don't even know what that means, but I don't play around with my money. If somebody gave me $2,000 to go throw on a table in the casino, guess how much I'm throwing on the table? Maybe $5. I'm saving the rest of that. That doesn't make sense.
I don't do the casino.
Okay.
But the sports, I don't gamble anymore, but I used to be out there every day. I mean, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it serve you?
It did.
Did you take into account how much you won and how much you lost?
And that's why I stopped,
Because you weren't keeping up with it. Yeah.
Right. It's just like when you go to the casino, you're just winning back some of the money they took from you, and they only doing that to
Same
keep
thing
doing
with
it.
stocks. People get these high rates of return, but you also have the losses.
Yeah.
So when you say I got 30% return, awesome. Well, take into account the 26% loss you just had.
Right.
So how much did you really gain?
That's true. When I brought up the cryptocurrency, you said that's not y'all forte. So let's talk about y'all forte.
Okay.
What's y'all forte?
So our forte, I would say, what are three main things that we kind of help families out with them?
Well, first off, one of them is retirement. Okay. Another one is savings. And long-term care.
So we do a lot, mainly retirement accounts. Everyone is going to try to retire before they pass. We do a lot of life insurance because everyone is going to die. So for any of your friends and family,
life insurance, that's important. Y'all get that.
Thank you.
What you say about?
Hey, can you say that again?
That is important. Please get life insurance. That changes the game up. You don't want to leave your family when you're gone just with debt. You want to leave them with something that could help build their life and their kids' life and change your whole family structure up.
Sorry.
I'm going to turn it back over to y'all. That's just my little thought on it.
That's the one. No,
that's what I teach my kids and talk to my kids
do this with
about.
Me real quick. Put your hands like this. Perfect. You too. Yeah. Okay. So when I sit down with families, I say, hey, listen, we're going to do two things when we pass. We're either going to put our families in a better financial situation or a worse financial situation. And that's keeping it real. So do you want to have a GoFundMe account or a bake sale or a T-shirt sale?
I'm so tired of seeing that when our people pass away.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know how much they raised last year?
GoFundMe.
330 million.
Wow.
Specifically for funerals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Specifically for funerals. And I was Googling this just to train a team. We work with a team about, I don't train all of them, but we were training some of the team members, and we were going over just some stats. And they actually have a template out now for you to just kind of insert the name and your loved one and say a little nice spiel, but they have a template ready for you for when your loved one passes.
Wow.
Or for the little price of what, maybe depending on your age, 50, 60, 70 bucks, maybe way less than that, depending on your age and health, you can set yourself up so your family gets what, 400, 500, 600, $1.2 million when you pass. Because it's not if, it's when.
Right.
So life insurance is huge for us. So life insurance, long-term care, and retirement.
Now, it's different life insurance policies, right? There's different types of life insurance.
Yes.
Could you break some of them down?
In a very simple way, yeah. What are the two different kinds, babe?
So there's term and there's perm.
And a lot of people get confused and they say term and like whole life.
Yeah.
And
That's what I've always heard, whole life.
That's the
Like,
original.
what
That's
is
the
that?
OG.
So the same way, I mean, okay, everybody look at their cell phones, right? Did you have the same cell phone 12 years ago?
Negative.
Okay, absolutely not. Do we listen to Walkmans anymore? Who still has an iPod? No one. So the same okay, there might
Like, you
if
know,
you should have an iPod, we are like the same way that things have changed over the years. It's the same concept for products and cars. We tend to forget because also we're not in the financial industry. So we don't know that there's new products and new services. So there are two different kinds to set the record straight for everyone that's listening. There's term products for a period of time.
Okay.
You can only get it for 10, 20, 30 years, and in between, that's it. You do not have a 45-year term, okay? So please, nobody ever tell me that again, okay? And then also, there's a permanent product. Permanent products have 15 or so different types of products. There's universal life. There's a whole life. There's an indexed universal life. Whole life is just a very different type of very different type of policy. And I wouldn't ever talk bad about a policy, but again, I personally would never sell my mom a whole life product.
To each his own. They, a lot of people, like you said, you wouldn't personally do that, but some people
It
might. What works
depends
for
on the
you?
situation,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody's situation is different. There's no one size shoe fits all product ever.
Right.
There is not one size shoe fits all product. So, index universal life products we work with the most.
Okay. And I know there's some that you can even get loans off your life insurance policy or something. What do y'all think about people who do that? I know people personally who's done that. I personally cashed out 2 of my 401ks before. I was in a bad part of life, stopped working, had that money right there and settled, took a little bit of nothing just to have that money though. But it fit a need I needed at that time. I wish I wouldn't have.
See, and that's where I wish most people could just hear that last part.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't have.
Right.
People panic and freak out instead of panicking, they don't pivot.
Yeah.
They panic. So we're trying to help individuals see that, hey, listen, I know you're going through a tough time, but if you just hold tight, hold fast. So 2 main differences in what you just said, 401k and a life insurance product. The main part about a life insurance product is you can get a loan that you don't have to pay back. So that's a big difference. With the 401k, you have to pay it back.
Right.
Okay, so there's little subtle differences like that people are unaware of. Again, guys, none of us are being taught about our finances at an early age. And I'm speaking generalizations. Obviously, there's somebody who has like a financial advisor dad or somebody who's been in finance. Most of us did not get that. Most of us went to elementary school. We did not get a financial education. Most of us went to middle school, high school, and college, and nobody ever sat down with us and explained these things to us in a way that we understand and get.
That's right.
And then college, nothing. And then adult life, our jobs, nothing. Our parents, unfortunately, love you guys, nothing.
Just thrown to the wolves.
If they don't know, we don't know. So there's a lot of subtle differences that's why we need to sit down. And that's why we're on our Instagram. Bet has an Instagram. I have an Instagram as well. We do a whole bunch of little fun things for free. We do little videos and pictures. And
I've been checking y'all out.
Give you some tips. Yeah, check us
Greg,
out.
you a little too cool for school. You got to loosen up on your dancing, brother.
I'm a two-stepper.
I need you to loosen up, man.
Listen.
again, we're in the most stuck-up industry.
Yeah, and I'm a two-stepper, so you know what I'm saying? That's how you gonna see me on the floor too, man. So, hey, it's the real. It's the real.
Yeah, tell them how to see y'all. Give them your handles on Instagram so they could go ahead and check out some of them videos too.
So you guys can check us out. With mine for sure is Pipkin Brett at Instagram.
Spell it for them.
PIPKINBRETT.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mine is, and I'm surprised the name wasn't taken, but it's Fierce Female Financier. So Fierce, rar, female, financier, FINANCIER. You can find me on all platforms that I'm on. I think I'm even on TikTok. What do they call it? TikTok? I'm kidding. I know what TikTok.
Yeah, it's a new Gian. I don't have that.
I'm going to work on all that because, hey, the social media is what's big right now. So Clubhouse, we're going to start like those things and whatnot. So, but Fierce Female Financier and Facebook, social media. And, of course, you can call us. Call us. If you don't want to message us or slide in the DMs, it's 402-617-0645. It's our personal number. And then our business line is 619-786-7783. Text us, call us, reach out. We would love to answer questions again for free.
They're super, I could admit, and I could vouch, they're super approachable. And they love what they do. You see them,
thank you.
Stop them, say hi, chop it up with them.
We talk back.
You know?
Yeah.
They'll talk back.
Yeah. So I do have a couple things I did want to share with you before we kind of wrap things up too. Just a couple of tips. Like there's a really great app out there called Digit. We use it. We've been using it. It's a great way to help you save, especially if you're not, quote unquote, not a good saver. So
Digit.
It's great.
Note to self.
It's such a good app. It'll basically take money out of your account when you get paid. So let's say you have $1,000 paycheck come in, right? You can adjust it. It'll take out $50. It'll take out $100. It'll take out $25. But before you know it, you have a goal that you have, and you can make whatever goals you want. You could say, hey, saving for vacation, saving for my child, saving for my birthday, right? And it'll save out for you. And you can take it out and transfer at any time.
Okay.
But I don't look at it. So again, try not to touch it, right? Another thing is really start reading some real good books. Like when's the last time you've read a book? And not you,
okay.
but
I'm trying to think too. I'm a reader, but I'm just a new reader.
Okay,
you know, I didn't even read through school and stuff. At
least you started. You in there? Yeah,
I'm starting. Trying to get into it. I actually, when I read my first book and read it all the way through, I was real happy.
Yeah.
Being an athlete, I didn't have to do homework or nothing.
It was get done to somebody else.
Know? So that was a good thing for me, but really it was a bad thing in the long run. You know what I mean? But reading.
And a couple books that we love. I don't know if you want to read those ones, Pam.
I definitely one personally that's not on here is The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm really on that book right now because it also teaches you how to save, at least save 1/10 of your earnings.
Okay,
very true. And
go ahead. What is this? Money, Wealth, Life Insurance.
One's huge. That
That's
one is
a huge one.
And you guys, it's like 80 pages.
You can finish
like
that in within 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
80 pages.
And Cash Flow Quadrants from Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh my goodness. That right there, actually, and this is kind of going off topic, but on all the topics. Cash Flow Quadrants helps you see how you get paid and how that. Okay, so we start as an employee. We're supposed to go from self-employed, then business owner, and then to investor. But we all just stay at employee, right? You can never have a passive residual income. You can never have a passive income at a job. You need passive income to survive. Oh my gosh, to survive now. It's not even a want, it's a necessity.
Right. Yes.
It's a necessity. Wealthy people are wealthy because they own a business. So that book right there, great. That was a great suggestion. And then Power of Zero. Great
Power
book.
of Zero.
Yes.
Is that an 80-page book too? Can I finish?
That one's about 200. That one's it's small, but it's a great one. Yeah,
it's worth it.
And then of course, talk to somebody. Biggest thing. So save.
That's us.
Talk to people that want to help, that are passionate, and especially if they're free. So I would say talk to us. I mean, gonna just throw that out there.
There it is.
Yes.
Look, they told you every way possible to get in touch with them. If you got any questions financially, reach out to them. Reach out to them. I met them, and I know they're very, very passionate about what they do. So just reach out to them. Again, any last things y'all want to say before we go?
You know what's a cool quote too by Theodore Roosevelt? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that just sits so deep, man. And we actually give a care. A lot of them, okay? So, yeah.
Very true. We've both been through it. We both been broke. We both had a lot of credit. I mean, not a lot of credit, a lot of
debt.
debt.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy getting out of that, and it's not fun, but it's a realization that we had to come to, especially because we want children. You know, we want to make sure that we have a nice household, but we also don't want to create ignorational debt, right? And I know that's not a word, but it is, okay? We're creating generational wealth, not ignorational debt. Do you want to pass down knowledge and wisdom and wealth, or do you want to pass down ignorance and debt? So that's another thing. Don't be selfish for yourself. Don't be selfish. Be selfless. Think of your family. Think of your children. And if you make enough, if you have enough saved, well, you're not thinking about your family, your friends, your future children, your children's children. We really need to get back on the generational wealth topic. So, and
that's for the people. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's for the people who saying I'm good, but God didn't put us here to be good. He put us here to be great.
Hello, somebody.
Amen. Right. And the last thing I would say for a quote, this is a quote that will always stick with me, but Harriet Tubman said, "I would have freed more slaves if only they had known they were slaves." How many of us are slaves to our finances? So we're here to help.
Pin drop. Pin drop. You know, because, call me Toby. You know,
stop playing. What's your name?
Because my finances.
I love Boogie, man.
It's all told back, man. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Any shout outs y'all want to give out? You know, the people is looking.
Of course, the parents. Of course, the mother, Mrs. Pipkin. Y'all can find her on my page as well, Katrina Pipkin.
She is so beautiful and young. Oh, for me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, that's the one who raised and birthed me. Yeah. Hey, man.
That's the one
she brought me here, okay?
Shout out to God, first and foremost. Of course, got to give the shout out to the big God. And, of course, my mom. My mom raised me. I'm so thankful for her. My dad, I appreciate you. My sisters, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of my two little sisters, and I'm so proud of them. So shout out to you. Everybody on our team. We have a team, a great team. We love them. So thank you. Thank you to our mentors. We have some great mentors in our life. Yariv and Margot, thank you so much. Guillermo and Angelica Haro, we thank you so much. I mean, when you have somebody that has an income of
we won't even.
Plus, right? But they take the time to sit down with you and talk to you and help you understand and change your mindset. Ooh,
that's how you change your life.
Too. Well, it's all mindset.
They said if you hang around with three broke people, you'll be the fourth.
Absolutely.
Look at that magic. Look, that's some crazy magic right there. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be the fourth.
Change up your circle.
Definitely.
Change your friends.
If you can't change your friends,
change your friends.
So I think that's everything. So thank you, everybody.
Not a problem. And y'all, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for everything y'all do. Okay, every week, Thursdays on Instagram Live, Let's Chop It Up Thursday, and Saturdays, Let's Chop It Up. Keep watching, keep listening, keep sharing, keep posting, keep reposting, keep doing all that for your boy, okay? One love, y'all.
FNG shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We sliding. Sliding in the rental, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the floor like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet as not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some Flava, baby, let's chop it up.